Hello guys, I'm Tommy. I found a tool. I think it would be great if we could work together on this tool. This is a tool for creating and managing documents between departments or teams. You could use JIT to manage versions like regular text files, or you could leverage remote storage to avoid concern about complex MR or branching in JIT. In this short video, I'll probably only be able to quickly demonstrate the features without going into a detailed description of each step. At first, you'll see a list of pages here. You can add as many pages as you like. Currently, this is just a basic structure for the mobile alert section of what I'm working on. Start with user stories. This page contains the original requests, which may have been written by the BA team. Each page contains many different components, each with a different color. Let's assume the gray sections are just additional contextual information for the reader to understand the context. The green sections. Each green block represents a prerequisite that we need to adhere to. Each of these blocks is an acceptance criteria. All other documentation will revolve around these requirements. For example, image. We will have image from the designer. Whenever the designer finishes a UI design, she can upload it here. Then, she can link it to the corresponding ACs, acceptance criteria. Then, other team members can open the page side by side, click on an image, and immediately see the related ACs highlight. An image can be linked to many different ACs and vice versa. As you can see, components are highlighted by dashed border around them. This image is linked to quite a few different ACs, and we can see the representative piece of those ACs in blue like this. You can directly click on them to jump to the corresponding AC. This tool is not just for image. It can also provide basic animation flows, like the flows page here. You'll see that the components here look like videos with play buttons to show you the basic animation when you click on something and how the screen transitions. The special thing is that whenever you select an animation, all related ACs or images are highlighted accordingly. Now, let's take an example. BA browsing through these flows feels a flow is missing and needs to be implemented by the design team. I will use two different browsers as examples, one for the BA and one for the designer. The BA will create a component on this flows page. We have some different types here. And to create a flow, we can select the type for it as action. Enter the title of the action. For example, tap on the filter icon at alert screen to open filter bottom dialog. Then select Done. Next, to provide context for this action, the BA will select this component and link it to the corresponding ACs. That's it. Close everything. Leave it there. Then, let me switch to the designer window. When the designer opens this document from anywhere, press the U key. U stands for unread, meaning it jumps directly to the next component I have not read yet. Okay, since this is an action the BA team just created, it appears immediately in front of the designer. The designer sees, oh, it's on the page flows. It's part of my task. I need to complete it. The designer starts clicking on this action to understand the context better. They see it's linked to the ACs. In addition, it automatically links to the corresponding tasks and TSD documents. The algorithm for tracing link components is also being refined, and hopefully it's worked well. But here, the designer does not care. They only want to focus on the ACs. The designer continues working on Figma as usual, finishes the task, and then copies it here to complete this action. Then they set the status to done. Now we go back to the BA window. The BA opens this document from anywhere, presses the U key. U means Android, and they immediately see the action that the designer has completed. After reviewing this action, the BA wants to give some feedback, so the BA opens the comment window and writes a comment. Then they link this comment directly to the action. Done. Next, I go back to the designer's window. This time, I also open the comments and see the BA's comment. And there's a link include, so I click on this link. It opens the action that I submit. Okay, that was just a basic workflow. Next, I'll quickly go over another feature, linking comments to Markdown documents. Each component can have one of several different types for different functions. They are header, title, body, list item, Markdown, and action. Markdown is a special document format, like I have TSDs or tasks here. They are all written in Markdown format. This page might be handled by the technical team, such as developers or tech lead. Here, as a reviewer, I want to question something on this. I open the comments panel again. Add a comment. Then I link it. The special way to link a comment to a Markdown component is that you can select any text area in that document. Done. Now, from anywhere, when I open the comments panel, I see the link immediately. Conversely, when browsing these documents, I noticed some lines were highlighted, so I click on them. And the corresponding comment was immediately highlighted. Each comment also has a read/unread status, so user only needs to focus on comments they have not read yet. And finally, in this short video, I want to talk about links from Markdown. For example, the slides document here, you'll notice that this document also contains various links, which are also links to the corresponding components. We can even inline the links within this document. That's all. There are a few more features, but this video should end here. I just finished this tool. Everything is still in the experimental stage, and I hope that we can use this documentation method to visualize and link workflows across different departments and help us better. Thank you.